My name is Pastor Monte Newbill Sr., and the most impactful sermon that I have heard was entitled, "The Dangers of Sitting in the Window." Interesting enough, when I was 8 years old, I knew that I was called into ministry, but because of how I saw ministers and pastors being treated, I did not want to follow in their footsteps. So I did not want to become a minister. Between the ages of 8 and maybe 10 or 11, I have been wrestling with this calling. I never told it to anyone. I never shared it with anyone. I kept it to myself. And I remember praying and asking God, Lord, I need a sign. A few months later, this skinny little guy from Oakwood College came to preach this message. His name was Wesley Knight. And the way he introduced his sermon, I knew exactly that this was an answer that God was providing to me. As I listened and heard how he narrated the story of Eutychus, I realized that Eutychus was actually me. And because of this sermon, I fully embraced the call to ministry. Now, it wasn't until some years later that I accepted it, but I locate this one particular sermon as the most impactful sermon in my life because it was the sermon that caused me to focus on the calling that God had for me. So, Dr. Knight, if you're listening, thank you so much for being true to what God had provided you that day for a young boy like me. God bless you.